before the actual Sahasranamam, there is a section called the Purva Pitika. So, because the Purva Pitika establishes context for the namas, so it is also important to know that as well. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Yada lambodaram hanti satam pratyuha sambhavam tada lambe dayalambam lambodara padambujam Vaktaramasadhyayameva nitya saraswati swartha samanvitasit nirasta dustarka kalanka panka namamitam shankaramangrim kamakshi karunarupam kamakoti jagadgurum Chinmurtim kalaye chitte shankaracharyam avyayam swagatam sarvebhyah namaskaraha swagatam cha vyaharami. Pratamam Purva Pitika. I will say it in Sanskritam and also explain in English so that in case anybody has questions. Pratamam Purva Pitika. Purva Pitika tells you how the Lalita Sahasranama came about. What was its origin and who told it to who and how was it communicated? How did this Rahasya Nama come to us? So that is the part that is the Purva Pitika. This is part of the Lalitopakhyanam. It is part of the Purana. It is part of the Brahmanda Purana. So here Agastya Uvacha Ashvanana Mahabuddhe Sarvashastra Visharada Katitham Lalita Devyascharitam Paramadbhutam. Agastya Uvacha. Agastya said. Agastya Maharshihi Vadat Vakta. So, because the Vakta is a great tapasvi, you have the Vaktrigauravam, who is the person who is asking. Then the person who is asked or who gives the Upadesha is none other than Bhagavan Hayagriva, who is the Sarvashastra Visharadaha. So, that positions the Grantha further. It gives it an exalted state. Then it also tells you that it is about Lalita, who is the Parabrahma Swarupam of Devi. So you have the Vastu Gauravam as well. So it is such an important text. So the context matters. Agastya Uvacha. First, I'm not going to read word by word from the Bhashyam, but if you want to, from the Namani, we will do that. Summarize key points. Agastya. Pratamam, Agastya. What is the name Agastya? Agastya Nama Vyutpannam Katham Bhavati. Vyutpattihi Katham Bhavati. Agastyaha is Agaha means Nagat. Agaha with Alpa Pranam means a mountain. Parvataha. Agaha ityukte papam. So, atra Agaha Nama Parvataha. Na gacchati iti agaha. Kutrapi na gacchati. A parvata stays in the same place, does not move anywhere. So agaha. So agaha nama parvataha. Kaha parvataha atra? Vindhya namanam parvatam sthayati iti agastyaha. So Vindhya parvatasya vardhanam Sthambanam karoti Agastyaha. So Agastya Maharshi prevented the Vindhya Parvata from growing. So what is that? Sa kata kutra vartate? So Kashi Kande vartate. So Skanda Purane Kashi Kande vartate. So where does this story of Agastya stopping the Vindhya Parvata from growing? It occurs in the Kashi Kanda of Skanda Purana. I mean, some of you may know the story. I will just repeat it, narrate it, because it does matter here. So, Ekada Narada Maharshihi Omkareshwaram Jyotirlingam Asti Kila Omkareshwaram Gatva Tatra Narmada Nadyam Snanadikam Kritava. Tada Tatrastaha Vindhya Parvataha Naradam Namaskritya Argyadi Upacharan Pradattavan. Narada Maharshihi api tam svikritavan. So once Narada Maharshi went to Omkareshwara and he had his bath in the Narmada river, and then Vindhya Parvata was there and it did namaskara to Narada Maharshi, and did all the upacharas for the Maharshi. Then Vindhya Parvata started feeling a little sense of pride. Then he said, Parvata kuleshu mama manyam bhavishyati, he said with a lot of pride. Then Narada did an uchvasa, that is or perumuch, that is like that Narada did. Then Vindhya Parvata asked, so why do you do this? What are you trying to say? Then Narada explains, saying, Param shaileshu shailendraha meruhu tvam avamanyate. That is, Mount Meru is actually, it doesn't have that much respect for you, because even Surya goes around the Mount Meru. Meru Parvata. So Meru Parvata is actually superior to you. You are not that superior. So Vindhya Parvata gets upset. And it is a very funny line. It almost says that Dikthan Jnati Parajitasya Dik Jeevitam Vyakta Manoratasya. That is what Vindhya Parvata says. That is one who is defeated by others, what kind of life he has, what my dream of becoming the great Parvata is destroyed. Vyartam mama manoratam. So Diktan iti. So Vindhya Parvatasya thapaha jataha. That is, Vindhya Parvata now felt very affronted that it is somehow, no matter what its superiority is, the Meru Parvata is slightly superior. So what he started growing. Saha vardate. It grew and grew and grew and said, I will also grow tall enough so that Surya does pradakshina towards me. Then after some time, it started blocking the path of Surya, and then Surya's Ratha Sarathihi Arunaha. Arunaha is known as Anuruhu. Anuruhu is one without a thigh. He was the brother of Garuda, and he was born without the thigh, so he's a disabled charioteer. So he said, Surya, today I am not able to cross the Vindhya Parvata. I am not sure what is going on. So the sun did not rise and the worlds were plunged into darkness. So that happened. Then after that, the Devatas went to Vishwanatha and prayed to him and said, give us a solution. Then Shivaha Agastyam Ajñapayati, Agastya Maharshe Bhavan Dakshina Desham Prati Gacchatu iti. So Shiva said, you go towards the Dakshina Desha, stop this Vindhya Parvata from growing. And Agastya did so, and he actually said, let me cross over. Once I come back, you may start growing again. And Agastya Maharshi never came back, stayed in the Dakshina Pradesha. So hence Vindhya did not grow. That is why his name was Agastya. Agaha means Parvataha. So now he is the protagonist. Now the next thing is Agastya Uvacha. Who is Agastya speaks. So we are doing the Purva Pitika, or the preliminary, the prequel to the Lalita Sahasranama. So Ashvanana Mahabuddhe Sarva Shastra Visharada Katitham Lalita Devyash Charitam Paramadbhutam. Ashvanana is, so Ashvasya Ananamiva Ananam Yasya. So one who has the face of a horse. That is Hayagriva Maharshi, Hayagriva Bhagavan. So Ashvanana, Agastya calls him Mahabuddhe. He's not just an ordinary prajna, Mahaprajna. Hayagriva. He is because that is why you pray to Hayagriva. Jnananandamayam devam nirmalam spatikakritim adharam sarva vidyanam. Tadrishaha Hayagriva. That kind of Hayagriva. Sarva shastrashu visharadaha. He is an expert at all shastras. Tvaya Lalita Devyaha charitam kathitam. That is, the Tvaya has to be understood. By you, the charitam of Lalita Devi was told by you. How was it? Kidrisham charitam? Parama adbhutam. Now the commentary writer says, Bhaskara Raya gives another story. That is, how did Vishnu get this Ashvanana? Because there is a katha in the Devi Bhagavatam. There is another katha of in the Mahabharata also, where Vishnu comes in the to defeat the Madhukaitaba Rakshasas and saves the Veda and gives it back to Brahma. That is another story where Vishnu takes the form of Hayagriva. Here in the Devi Bhagavatam, the katha is such that once the Devatas were performing a long yajna, a Dirgha Satram, and then for many, many years, and Vishnu was the Yajna Samrakshaka, the guardian of the Yajna. So, but then he put his Sharngadanu near his neck, and then Saha Suptaha. So he slept. At that time, the Devatas panicked. How do we wake up this person? He's tired and he slept. Then they send a krimi, a small krimi is an insect, vanni namaka krimihi. Krimim preshitavantaha. They said, you go, hey, little creature, you go there and cut off the string of the bow. So the creature did so. But then what happened was the bow cut off the neck of Mahavishnu. Then the Devatas panicked. What have we done? We tried to awaken him, but now Vishnu does not have a head. Then they pray to Devi, and Devi gives the shiraha of a ashva, so a horse, and also imparts all the vidyas to him, and thus Hayagriva Rupam was born. So this is the story according to the Devi Bhagavata. So then what happens? So that is why he is not only Ashvanana, and he is a Sarvashastra Visharada. So the Puranika wants to remind you of these two stories as the references to Mahabuddhe Sarvashastra Visharada Ashvanana. Ashvanana Mahabuddhe Sarvashastra Visharada Katitam Lalita Devyas Charitam Itaf Purvam Katitam. After that, Agastya continues. Purvam Pradurbhavo Matuhu Tataf Pattabhishechanam Bhandasura Vadashchaiva Vistarena Tvaya. So the meaning is, the first shloka, the meaning is Mahabuddhe, Ashvanana, Sarvashastra Visharada are all in Sambodhanam. These were told by you. That is all the first verse has. Now, Purvam Pradurbhavaha Matuhu Tataf Pattabhishechanam Bhandasura Vadashchaiva Vistarena Tvaya Uditaha. Uditaha means Uktavan. That is Tvam Uktavan. You said elaborately. What did you say elaborately? Purvam, itaf Purvam, before this. Pradurbhavaha. Matuhu, kasya pradurbhavaha, kasyaha pradurbhavaha. The appearance of the mother, Matu, of Lalita Devi. Matuhu pradurbhavaha. So here, and then Tataha, after that, first you explained to me the origin of Lalita Devi, the appearance of this Lalita Devi. Then you talked about the Pattabhisheka with Kameshwara. Then after that, you talked about the Bhandasura Vada. All these were explained by you elaborately. Here, there are a few things to understand. So, Pradurbhavaha, why is the Avirbhavaha or Pradurbhavaha used? Because Devi appears, she is not born. Because she is the Parabrahma Swarupini. So that Parabrahma has always been there. It is the Sat that exists. It is the base of all creation. So from that Sat, it can only transform, or it can only change into something else, or sometimes the change is apparent, but it is that something that is unchanging kind of changes due to the Maya Karyam, and then becomes something with a Nama and Rupa, and it gets the name Lalita with such and such a form. So it is a Pradurbhava or Avirbhava. So Lalita Devi appears in the Yajna Kundam of the Devas. So she appears there. After that, to do any karyam, first, the first thing that you need to, for the Pattabhisheka to happen, she has to choose a spouse. So that consort or this is Shiva in the form of Kameshwara. So Lalita, Kameshwara, Vivaha happens. These are all explained in the Lalitopakhyanam elaborately. And here, then after that, Bhanda is the form of this arrogance or avidya that takes shape, and it takes the form of an asura. So she does the vada of Bandasura. Because all of these stories will come in the namas later. So that is why it matters to understand this Purvapetika also. So Bandasura vadaha chaiva. Bandasurasya vadaha. The killing of Bandasura. Then Vistarena. In Sanskritam, there are two words. Vistaraha and Vistaraha. They mean the same, but you have to use Vistaraha only in a specific context, and Vistaraha in a specific context. So there is a specific sutram of Panini which says Pratanevava Shabde. That is, only when you are talking of something that is an elaboration or speech, or in terms of the length of a text, you can use Vistaraha. On the other hand, if you're talking about expansiveness or large thing, a measure, you should use Vistaraha. For example, the size of this text, Grantha Vistaraha, I'll say that. Similar, so because Hayagriva spoke these and gave Upadesha, so Vistarena Uditaha, because that is Shabda. So you can use Vistaraha. On the other hand, if I want to say, Koshtaha Vistar, Koshtasya Vistaram Kim. So what is the expanse of the room? That is where you're talking about a parimana or length, that is Vistaraha. Only for Shabda related purpose, you can use Vistaraha. Vistaraha means elaborately spoken. That is only in terms of elaboration, in terms of speech or text length, you can use this. So Vistarena Tvaya Uditaha. Uditaha means Uktaha. It was said. So Idallam, you have told me all of this. Then Hayagriva, not only that, he has told him other things also. Then Varnitam Shripuram Chapi Mahavibhava Vistaram. So everywhere it is Vistaram is only used. Nowhere is Vistara, because it is speech. Vistaram Varnitam Shripuram Chapi Mahavibhava Vistaram Srimat Panchadashaksharyaha Mahima Varnitastvaya. So first you explained to me the Lalita Devi's birth, her Pattabhishekam, and then her killing of Bandasura. After that, you told me an elaborate description of the Shri Puram. So normally, Puram itself, the word Puram, when you're using it unqualified without anything, means our Shariram. Because the Atma lives in that Shariram, it is the residence of that Atma, which is nothing but the Parabrahma Surupam. So it is that itself is Deham api Puram iti abhidiyate. Atra Shri Puram means there's a specific, because of the Vishesham, it is the most exalted place because it is the living of the goddess. It is the dwelling place of Devi. So you always qualify it with the Shri because of its Mahatvam. So Shri Puram. That is Shri Puram is and Shri Puram Varnitam. Shri Puram is nothing but it is the form of which has 25 prakaras. It has these. So there is elaborate descriptions in the Durvasa Maharshi has composed a shlokam called Lalita Stavaratnam. There you find this elaborate varnana of the Shri Puram. It tells you about the 25 prakaras. There is various udyanas or gardens of this vriksha, that vriksha, and then there are these prakaras are studded with various gems, Tintamani Griham, and each Griham and there are various devatas guarding each of these places. And so the Shri Puram, the representation of this in the form is also the Shri Chakram, and then that is the geometrical representation of that. And Shri Puram is also the Puram that is inside us. So Varnitam Shri Puram cha api. That is, Shri Puram was also described by you. Mahavibhava Vistaram. It's greatness, Vaibhavam. Vibhava is its greatness and Vaibhavam was elaborately explained. Then Srimat Panchadashakshari. Panchadasha means 15. Aksharam, the mantra of the goddess Lalita is called Panchadashakshari. So you also told me the Panchadasharakshari mantram also you have given to me. Then its mahima, its greatness, varnitaha tvaya. So mantraha is pullingam, that is why it says varnitaha tvaya. So Panchadashakshari mantraha api tvaya varnitaha. By you, that was also described. So then what else has Hayagriva described? He also has described Shoda Nyasadayo Nyasa Nyasakhande Samiritaha Antaryaga Kramaschaiva Bahiryaga Kramastata Mahayaga Kramaschaiva Puja Khande Prakirtitaha. So Bhagavan Hayagriva, you have also told me these Shoda Nyasa, the 6 different types of Nyasas. What is a Nyasa? Normally in Upasana, the word Nyasa is given here. So he actually gives the definition of what a Nyasam is. Nyasam is Nyaso Nama Tattat Devatanam Tattat Avayaveshu Avastapanam. So what you are doing is those Devatas, each of the Devatas, like for example in your Karam, in each of your fingers, you do the stapana of the devatas, the karanyasam. Similarly, in the hridayadinyasam, hridaye, and your shikha, shiraha, and then kavacham, all of this. So you do stapana of the devata in your shariram in various places. So this is what a nyasa is. So you have taught me all these nyasas. So in the Gayatri Nyasa, Ganesha Nyasa, Graha Nyasa, Rashi, you have taught all these kinds of nyasas elaborately. In the Nyasa Skanda, in the section detailing Nyasa, so you have taught that also. Then Antaryagaha. So in the Upasana of Devi, there are 2 types of Upasana. Antaryagaha, Bahiryagaha. That is why in the later you will find that Nama Bahirmukha Sudurlabha Antarmukha Samaradhya. But to find her within you is harder, and that takes effort. So there are for Antaryaga Krama, you've taught me this Antaryaga Krama, then you have taught me the Bahiryaga. Antaryaga Krama means, here yaga means japa and including all of the worship, japa yajnat, puja, including all of that. You can worship the devata inside you as Antaryagaha. And there is a sequence, Mahayagaha, and then you also told us the puja kand, that includes the Purash. You have taught me the Mahapurashcharanam means once you get the mantra of the devata, you repeat it several lakhs or several crores of time till you get the mantra siddhi. That is Purashcharanam of a mantra. So you have taught all of this in the puja kanda. So then he says, Purashcharana kande tu Japalakshanam iritam homakhande tvaya proktaha homadravya vidikramaha. That is in the Purashcharana section, that is where the section dealing with the repetition of the japa. You told me about what constitutes japa. Japasya lakshanam kim. So Purashcharana iti puraha mantropaste radau Dikshottara kalam charanam. That is, after you obtain the diksha, you keep repeating the mantra over and over again till you get the mantra siddhi. That is Purashcharanam. Then Japa Lakshanam he has explained. After that, you explained how to do the Homa Kandam. That is the Homa or the Yajna of Lalita Devi. You explained that as well. Proktaha. And Homa Dravyam, what are the Dravya? So Homa is nothing but Devata Uddeshena Dravya Tyagaha. That is, you offer something for the Devata into the Agni. But there is a sequence of Dravya, in a specific sequence you have to offer. So Dravya Vidihi, those rules were also explained by you to them. Then Chakrarajasya Vidyayaha Sridevya Deshikatmanoho Rahasya Khande Tadatmyam Parasparam Udiritam. So there is another section called Rahasya Khanda, which talks about the worship of the Sri Chakra and the Sri Chakra identity of the Chakra, Mantra, Devata, Guru, and the Upasaka. Deshika Atmano. That is the Tadatmyam. That is so Yad Brahmande Tat Pinde. So the Tadatmyam also you have told. And then Stotra Khande, in the Stotra section, Bahuvida Stutayaha, you have taught me various stutis also. And then, what are those various stutis? Mantrini Dandini Devyoho Prokte Nama Sahasrake Natu Lalita Devyaha Proktam Nama Sahasrakam. That is, she has already been taught the Sahasrama or the stutis for Mantrini Devi and Dandini Devi. Who are these two, Mantrini and Dandini? Mantrini is what is called as the Rajashyamala, or the form of Meenakshi, or she is the Mantra Shakti of Lalita Devi and also the minister of Lalita Devi. So Mantrini, Agastya has been taught about the Mantrini Stuti. Dandini, on the other hand, is Varahi. Varahi is the protector commander of the army also. About Varahi also, Hayagriva has taught Agastya. So, Mantrini Dandini Devyoho Nama Sahasrake. Their Sahasranamas also you have taught me. But you have not taught me so far Natu Shri Lalita Devyaha Nama Sahasrakam Na Proktam. Etavat Paryantam Tvaya Na Proktam. So, Agastya is puzzled. Why did you not teach me this? You have taught me all of this, but this one alone you have not taught me. Now, the question to ask here is, how did Agastya know that there existed a Lalita Devi's Sahasranama? That is because of his tapas shakti. He is not an ordinary regular mortal. So due to his tapas shakti and his puja and his siddhi, he knew that there existed, and he knew what to ask his guru. So Agastya does so. Then he says, this is where it gets interesting. He says, now he's asking, so I am asking, why did you not teach me? Tatra me samshayo jatah Hayagriva Dayanide. Oh, Hayagriva Dayanide. Dayanide is Sambodhanam. Dayayaha Nidihi. Nidihi means here an ocean or a collection of compassion. Dayayaha Nidihi. Hey Dayanidhi, ocean of compassion, Hayagriva. Tatra me samshayo jatah. I have a doubt here. Kimva tvaya vismritam. Did you forget? Was it forgotten? Did you forget to teach me this? Kim tvaya vismritam va nyatva va samupekshitam. Or knowing this, you just skipped it out of syllabus. So did you skip that? So this is now. That's first koti is the first paksham is that தெரிஞ்சு மறந்து போனேளா. Did you forget to teach me? Or did you remember and say, you know what, let me not teach him? So did you say that? Or mamava yogyata nasti. That is the third paksham. That is, or do I not have the qualification? Mamava yogyata nasti shrotum nama sahasrakam. So, do I not have the yogyata to listen to this Nama Sahasrakam? Kimartham bhavata noktam tatra me karanam vada. Why did you not say this? So, please give the reason. So, now, this portion of, I'll read this portion of the Bhashyam because it is interesting. Mitra Shatru Britya Udasina Bedena Chatur Videshu Jiveshu Brithyakoti Pravishtasya Shishyasya Udasinatva Ayoge Ti Jignasita Arthapekshayam Deshikendrasya Kripalutva Hanishcha Iti Ataha Tritiyam Prakaramaha Mamaveti. In every human relationship, any relationship, there are typically four kotis. One is Mitra. A person can be your friend. Then the other thing is Shatru. He can be a Shatru, somebody who is not favorable to you, Shatru Paksham. Then the third one is Britya. Britya is somebody who will listen to your words. A Britya is somebody who works for you, or like a subordinate, somebody who's lower than you, so, but who will listen to your words. Britya Paksham. Then the fourth is Udasinaha. None of these, a stranger. He has no sambandha to you. Udasinaha, he is just up there. So Mitra, Shatru, Britya, Udasinaha. Four things. If it's a Mitra, then that is not a Guru-Shishya relationship. A Guru-Shishya relationship cannot be a Mitra Paksha. Similarly, a Shatru Paksha, that is completely ruled out because it doesn't fit. But a Guru-Shishya relationship can be a Britya, because the Shishya will do seva to the Guru. So here, at least in this case of the Upadesha, and we don't take the Krishna Arjuna Samvad, those kind of Guru-Shishya relationship, because that there is a Mitra Paksham there, but that is out of the ordinary. Ordinarily, the Guru-Shishya relationship in terms of the Upas is closest is Britya, or somebody you're devoted to the Guru. So Britya Paksham, and Shishya cannot be a stranger. So Shishyasya Udasinatva Ayogya. You have to know the Shishya because you've already imparted all of these. So he cannot be the Udasinatva Paksha Ayogyatvat. So the Bhakti Jignasa, he's knowing with Bhakti and a desire to know. Jignasa is the Jnatumicha. So Jnatumichaya Prachati, Bhaktya Prachati. So again, now you've chosen the Britya Paksha now. That is fine, because it cannot be Udasina, Mitra or Shatru. Now, coming to the first part, first Samshaya is Kim Tvaya Vismritam. But the very first shloka says Hayagriva Mahabuddhe Sarvashastra Visharada. How can such a Sarvashastra Visharada Vismaranam Katam Madrishanam to Vismaranam Bhavishyati. For people like us, we forget. On the other hand, Hayagriva is the Sarvashastra expert. He does not forget to teach something. So that will not work. Then the Jnatva Vasa, you know what? I will not teach him. Saying that willfully not teaching will not work, because he's a Britya. And he also uses look at the word he uses. Hayagriva Dayanide. So he's full of compassion. A guru who is full of compassion to a Shishya will not just pass it by and say, you know what, I will not teach him. So the Dayaniditvam and the Samupekshi Tattvam does not go with it. They are Viroda, Paraspara Viroda. That doesn't work. So therefore, it is not those two Pakshas, definitely. Then that is why he's coming up with the third Paksha, which is maybe I am not qualified. So that is, he asks that maybe because I am not qualified. But then if I am not qualified, you would not have told me all of this. So I have approached you and I have surrendered to you. And even if I am not qualified, a guru will bring the Shishya up to a certain level. Uddharanam karoti guruhu. Guru will never let the Shishya down. He will, even if the Shishya is at the lowest level, his duty is to bring him up to that level. So there is a very beautiful shloka that is given. So Shri Guruhu prapayatyeva na padmamapi padmatam. That is Shri Guru prapayatyeva na padmamapi padmatam. That is, take our hridayam. The swabhava of a good qualified seeker should be like the hridayam should be like a padma, a lotus, soft, mridu hridayam. So, but a guru, even if it is an apadmata, that which doesn't have the nature of a padma, he makes that also into a padma. That is Shri Guruhu Trayam Prapayati. Apadmatvamapi Padmatam Prapayati. That is, he makes that even the hardest of Hridayam, he will make them devote. So Prapayatyeva Prapaya Padmatam Enam Prabodayati Tatkshanat. So what they are comparing is, the Guru is the Bhaskara or the Surya. Even the brightest of the suns cannot make a stone blossom, but the Guru will make that stone-hearted hridayam, the katina hridayam, api mrudum pratamam karoti, du hridayam kritva, prabodanam karoti. Then he will make it blossom. Prapaya, making it softer. Padmatam prapaya, Prabodayati tatchanat. Instantly after that, the sun doesn't have to put effort to make it blossom. Just the sight of the sun is enough for the hridayam to blossom. Then, tasmat sarva prayatnena sevyaha Shri Guru Bhaskaraha. So always seek the Guru who is like the sun. So that is this. So now he is saying that a Guru will not do nirakaranam or tiraskaranam because yogyata nasti iti saha na vadati. Yogyatam samprapya tadanantaram uttarati. स एव गुरोः तदेव गुरोः लक्षणम् इति अत्र आशयः. So that is the Guru's lakshanam. So it doesn't, that paksham is also not there. That is why kimartam bhavata no. So now that is why he's bringing the fourth point of view, saying maybe there is some other reason why you have not told me. Karanam vada. It is definitely not these three causes, because you are the Guru among Gurus. So you could not have not said it. No yogyata. Then Suta Uvacha. Suta, who is the Pauranika, whose Vyasa Shishya, continues the story. Iti prishto hayagrivaha munina kumbhajanmana prahrishto vachanam praha tapasam kumbhasambhavam. So, iti prishtaha, thus asked, hayagrivaha, Hayagriva, Bhagavan Hayagrivaha, kena prishtaha, asked by who? Munina kumbhajanmana. So Agastya's Janma was born in a pot. There are two reasons for why Agastya is known as Kumbhasambhava. He was born in a pot, but he was also, that is a Pauranika Katha. And the other thing, he is also an expert at the pranayama. He was a yogi who could he control the Kumbhaka and the Rechaka of the prana. So that is why he is also known as Kumbhasambhava. By Agastya, who is Kumbhasambhava, Hayagriva was asked. Hayagriva was now happy. Prahrishtaha. Oh, now he has asked me, so I have the opportunity to teach this to him. Prahrishtaha, son, Hayagriva. Prahrishtaha means happy. Harsham. Harsham, praharsham, prahrishtaha. Prahrishtaha, praha, he said. Tapasam, he said to Agastya, Lopamudrapate Agastya, Savadana mana shrunu, namnam sahasram yannoktam, karanam tad vadamite. Here again there is a sukshma in the name Lopamudrapati. Agastya Patni Lopamudra was doing the upasana of Devi even before Agastya was doing. She was very dear to Devi. There is a specific vidya or the arrangement of the Panchadashakshari called Lopamudra Vidya. So Lopamudra was very dear to Agastya. That is why he was called as Lopamudrapati. That is, Lopamudra was very dear to Devi, such that she called Agastya even in the Lalita Trishati as Lopamudrapati. Lopamudrapate Agastya Savadhana manaha shrunu. So Savadhanena manasa shrunu. That is, hear with intense concentration and intense avadhanam. So Savadhanena shrunu. Nam sahasram, the collection of 1,000 names. Yat na uktam, yan noktam, that which was not told so far to you. Karanam tad vadami te. To you, I will say the reason why I have not. Rahasyam iti matvaham noktavam ste nachanyata purascha prichase bhaktya tasmat tatte vadamyaham. This taking this to be a very rahasyam or a secret. Rahasyam in the sense is not something that cannot be revealed so easily. That is, it has to be revealed to the appropriate person at the appropriate time. So rahasyam iti matva. Considering this to be a rahasyam, aham na uktam. Because considering this to be a rahasyam, I did not reveal this to you so far. Na uktavan te. Na cha anyata, not because of any other reason, but now prichase bhaktya, because you ask the devotion. Tasmat tat te vadamyaham. Bhavan bhaktya prichati. Tasmat aham vadami. So now, since you ask out of devotion, I cannot, being a guru, I cannot say I will not teach you. So I will, I have no other option but to teach you, and I will teach you. So aham rahasyam vadami. Bhruyat shishyaya bhaktaya rahasyamapi deshikah bhavata na pradeyam syad abhaktaya kadachana shyaya bhaktaya rahasyamapi deshikah bruyat. So there is also that famous Dharmashastram reference saying that na prishtah kasyachit bruyat nacha anyayena pritah. That is, never teach something to somebody who did not ask you to teach. You don't go out of the way and say, come, I will teach you something that they have not asked, because they will not have no respect for that. Nor anyayena prishtatah api na bruyat. You should not, like somebody who demands something to be known or something asks you in the wrong way, you don't teach them. So janannapi medhavi jadavat lokamacharet. A person, janan, even though he knows, medhavi, prajnaha, will just jadavat, he will do lokacharanam. That is, he will go about in the world as if he doesn't know. Somebody might think he's an ignorant person, but a true Sishya who approaches will gain that knowledge. So that is the vachanam. That is like that. Guru deshikaha rahasyamapi bhaktaya vadati eva. Bhavatana pradeyam syad abhaktaya kadachana. If I don't tell you, if I don't tell you, that doesn't make, should I even say to a abhakta? It cannot be given to an abhakta, but to a bhakta it has to necessarily be given. That is why many people say, according to the Purva Pitika, the Panchadashakshari is necessary to chant the Lalita Sahasranama. But in reality, what is being observed and followed by all Sampradayikas and Shishtas is that you say the Lalita Devi, Lalita Sahasranamam, you chant it with this thing. At some point, either in this janma or later, the mantra siddhi will come to you. So that is the approach most people do. Then na shataya, na dushtaya, na avishvasaya karhichit. So the shraddha is key here. The belief or the shraddha in this nama sahasram, in the Sahasranama, is important. So Shata is somebody like a murkha. So you don't give it to a person who is foolish. Dushta, somebody who is bad. You don't teach them that. Avishvasaha, yasya vishvasa eva nasti, tasya kim va vaktavyam. What do you say? If you teach it to somebody who doesn't believe, the mantra will still have Shakti, but you don't do your duty as the thing. It will not take him close to the Devata, because that bhavana is very important. So, na avishvasaya karhichit, Shri Matrabhakti yuktaya, Shri Vidya Rajavedine. So, teach it to somebody who is devoted to the feet of the mother. Shri Matrabhakti yuktaya eva datavyaha. So, this has to be taught to somebody. Then, upasakaya shuddhaya deyam nama sahasrakam. It has to be taught to a pure-hearted Shuddha Hridaya Upasakaha. Yani Nama Sahasrani Sadhya Siddhi. Because why? Because these are not just any Nama. Even in the Vishnu Sahasranamam, he said there is these specific Namas, or what Bhishma Pitamaha gave to Yudhishthira. Like that here, Yani Nama Sahasrani Sadhya Siddhi Pradani. These namas are so selected, and they are picked. That is, they pick these very choicest namas that are capable of giving moksha. Moksha paryantam, these things will take us. Tadrishani namani. So then, Tantreshu Lalita Devyaha Teshu Mukhyatamam Mune, Mukhyamidam Mune, Shri Vidyaivatu Mantranam Tatra Kadir Yatapara. So in the Lalita Sahasranamam and Lalita Trishati, that Kadi Vidya, that is the mantra starting with the letter Ka, that is of primary importance. Among all the tantras, Lalita Devi's nama is extremely mukhyam. It is the chief pradhanam. And among the mantras, Shri Vidya, and among this, the Kadi mantra. There is another variation which starts with the Ha, that is Kakarat Adihi Kadi mantra, Hakarat Adihi Hadi, and then there is another variation called Sadi. There are 3 mantras. That is why later in the namas, all of these references will. Then after that, Puranam Shripuram iva Shaktinam Lalitayata Shri Vidyopasakanam cha Yata Devo Varashivaha. So this is a very interesting aspect. We have seen in many places where Shakti does upasana of Shiva. He says among the Sri Vidya upasakas, Srinatha or Shivaha is one of the chief among upasakas is Shiva. Puranam Shripurameva, among all the cities and dwelling places, Shripuram or the dwelling place of Bhagavati is the Shrestha. That is the most excellent. Shakti Nam Lalita, among all the Shaktis, Lalita is the best. And Sri Vidya, among the Sri Vidya upasakas, Shivaha eva uttamaha. Shiva is the highest upasaka. That is why they are called Paraspara Tapah Phalabhyam. Shiva in the Chivabhyam, Chudalankrita Shashikalabhyam, they do Paraspara Tapas for each of them. That is the ideal of companionship in the Shiva and Shakti also. So Shiva is among the like that. Nama Sahasreshu, among the Sahasra Namas, Varam etat prakirtitam. This is known as the most excellent. Kimartham. So I cannot just claim something and say idameva shreshtam iti vaktum na shakyate. Karanam api vadati. So he says the reason now. Yathasya patanat devi priyate lalitambika anyanama sahasrasya pathanna priyate tata. That is, Devi is pleased. Asya stotrasya patanat Devi Lalitambika priyate. Lalitambika gets pleased instantly. Like that, no other stotra will please her as this. Ashrimatu pritaye tasmad anisham kirtayed idam. Therefore, for pleasing the Srimata, this has to be said all the time. Then Bilvapatreish Chakraraje Yo Archayet Lalitambikam Padmairva Tulasi Patrair Ebhir Nama Sahasrakaihi. So not only can you chant this Sahasranama, you can say this as a Namavali. Shri Matre Namaha, Shri Maharajne Namaha, Shri Mat Simhasaneshwari Namaha. And then you can use Bilvapatram and do Archana of this in the Chakra Raja or the Shri Chakram. Yaha Archayet, one who does Archana of Lalitambika. Yaha Bilvapatraihi Chakraraje Archayet. Kam Archayet, Lalitambika Archayet. Bilvapatra, or if you have Padmaihi with lotuses, or even Tulasi Patraihi. Normally, for Devi, you don't use Tulasi or Bilva, but for Sri Chakram, it is specifically suggested. So, Bilva Patraihi, Tulasi, atava Padmaihi va Archayet, Sadhya Prasadam Kurute. Amba will be instantly pleased and bless them. Tatra Simhasaneshwari, Chakradi Rajam Abhyarchya, Japtva Panchadashakshari. So you can do it as a stotram. What we get from this is how do you do the pas? You can do it as a stotram. You can do it as Namavali and do Archana to Sri Chakram. Or you can do as the mantra, because the mantra itself is the Devi Swarupa. That is why you have the mantra divided into 3 kutas or 3 sections and say, and there's a Kamaraja kuta, and that's why you have those namas in the Lalita Sahasranama. Even her shariram is suggested as from the head to the hip. It is one part of the mantra. So the mantra is the Devata. There is no difference. The mantra is the Sukshma Rupa of the Devata. Stula Rupa is the one which the Avayavas. So then Japante Kirtaye Nityam. Do the Archana, do the Japa, and at the end of it, Kirtanam. Kirtanam is Stotram. Just Stotra Patanam. The Nama Kirtanam. So you say these namas as a devotional stuti. Kirtayet Nityam every day. Nama Sahasrakam. Japa Pujadi Ashaktopi Paten Nama Sahasrakam. Even if you are not capable of doing Japa or Puja, just read the Sahasranama. Sangarchane Sanga Jape Yat Palam Tadavapnuyar upasane stutir anyaha tad abhyudayo hi saha. That is, even if you do the archana with all the angam, sa angam, that is archana doing all the upacharas, the sangopanga archana, or sanga japa with all the nyasa, or whatever phalam that you get, even for the stuti, upasane stutihi, you will get that abhyudaya phalam, even if you do the stotram of this. Therefore, make this consider this a nitya karma of upasana. Idam nama sahasram tu kirtayen nitya karmavat. So do this as though it is a nitya karma. Chakrarajarchanam devya japo nam cha kirtanam. Those are additional things. Minimal is the baseline is chant Lalita Sahasranama. Bhaktasya krityam etavad anyad byudayam viduhu bhaktasya avashyakam idam nama sahasra kirtanam. This is essential. Idam nama sahasra kirtanam avashyakam. This is essential. There is no optional. Then tatra hetum pravakshyami shrunutvam kumbha sambhava. I will say the reason for that. Idanim karanam pravakshyami, karanam vadami. Why is this shreshtam? Ityukte pura Shri Lalita Devi bhaktanam. How did this Sahasranama originate? Pura, once upon a time, in some kalpa, Shri Lalita Devi bhaktanam hitakamyaya, in order to bhaktanam krite hitam bhavatu iti kritva sakim kritavati. Vagdevir Vashini Mukyaha Samahoya idam abravit. So she called the Vashinyadi Vagdevatas and told him, Vagdevata Vashinyadyaha Shrunudvam. So the Lalita Devi ordered the Vagdevatas to compose or come up with these namas. That is why it is Shreshtam. It is not the nama that was Naraproktam nama nasti. Rishiprokta nama api nasti. Rishiprokta namani na. Devata sakshat devyagnyaya vashinyadi vagdevatanam mukhena proktam idam nama sahasrakam tasmat shreshtam. So this nama sahasram was not told by a rishi or a raja or even any other deva, but it was ordered to be composed by Lalita Devi herself to the Vagdevatas. So this is the origin of the Sahasranama. So who are the Vagdevatas? Are the devatas who enable the speech or the Vak Ujjivanam of the Vak to arise. So there are Vashini. So Vagdevi Vashini Mukyaha Vashinyadi Vagdevatas. She called them and said Samahoya. Called them and said Abravit. They said, Hey Vagdevataha Vashinyadyaha Shrunudvam, hear this. Vachanam mama vachanam Shrunudvam, hear this speech of mine. Bhavatyo matprasadena prolasat vagvibhutayah madbhaktanam vagvibhuti pradane viniyojitaha. Bhavatyah matprasadena mama anugrahena prolasad vagvibhutayah. How did you get vagvibhutis? How did you become Vashinya, the Vagdevatas? Just like the Surya, Chandra, Digdevatas, Indra, everybody is those are all roles that the Ishvara appoints. Like that, here the Vagdevatas have been given that role and assigned that power only by Devi's Anugraha. Mama Prasadena prolasad Vagvibhuta. You have obtained this Vagvibhutis due to my the power that I have invested in you. Mad Bhaktanam Vagvibhuti Pradane. So to give that Vagvibhuti to my Bhaktas, you do the distribution of this Viniyojitaha. Mat Chakrasya Rahasya Mama Nama Parayanaha. Not only that, you are why are you ideal for transmitting or bringing the Sahasranama out? You are the knowers of the Rahasyam of this my Sri Chakram. And Mama Nama Parayana, you always meditate on or intently immersed in my Nama. Mama Stotra Vidhanaya Tasmad, therefore I choose you, I pick you to explain this. Tasmad adhyapayami vaha. So therefore I give this order to compose the then kurudvam ankitam stotram mama nama sahasrakaihi yena bhaktaihi stutayas me sadyah priti parabhavet. So compose this. Kurudvam means kurvantu. Kurvantu. Kim kurvantu? Ankitam stotram. It is create my nama sahasranama stotram with 1,000 names that refer to me, by which yena bhaktaihi stutayaha, by chanting which the bhaktas will be able to immediately please me. Sadyah priti parabhavet. So I will definitely be pleased with this Sahasranama. So thus the Vashinyadi Vagdevatas create this Nama. So this atra स्थापयामः. प्रश्नाः सन्ति चेत् पृच्छन्तु.